With the returning of residents and new residents going into quarantine, we talked to Robert Kent about his role as the supervisor for transit lodging.
Okay, so we have basically 3 sections. So you have transits. That's the one where you do basically think of hotel operations. Then you have housing, which is your family quarters, and then the unaccompanied quarters, which commonly known as BQs, bachelor quarters. But then you also have the furniture side of that as well, the furniture warehouse guys.
Rob and his employees have recently relocated offices to the bottom floor of Coral BQ, due to Kwaj Lodge being used as additional quarantine locations.
So we moved out of the Kwaj Lodge into Coral BQ. We have two rooms on the ground floor. Room 105 is my office, and room 1, which we can go look at, where we have the housing and the transit lodging in the same office, working in the same space, which is very challenging, but yet it's actually working really well because we've also now become able to do dual training with some of the folks in there.
We do, we always do inventory all the keys, and if like we have incoming people, we prepare them all the folder that's for them to arrive. If they check out from the room, they usually have to let us know like the pre-inspection, the final inspection, that when they will be out. I just started last month. They asked me to apply for this, and I asked them that I will try my best to do it.
So speaking of quarantine, Rob's department is one of many efforts to provide a service for quarantining residents.
Quarantine, so we work with Mr. Hill from the core side of things, from USACA. We do, if someone is coming back, the whole family's coming in, then we'll get assigned house, we'll get that worked out, make sure that it's been cooned, which is changed oxygen maintenance, clean, furnished, hospitality kits that we were referring to earlier, that will go into it, to those houses if requested. And Kwaj Lodge, this is Rob, may I help you? We're talking about quarantine, right? So quarantine, so new resident family housing, there's 2 different things there. If the family members, some of the family members are here, they have the option of either quarantine together or possibly one of them or whoever is not quarantined in the house will go into a BQ.
For us BQ dwellers, we have prepared quarantine housing, locations put on rotation for incoming residents to stay at during the 21 days.
So we've had situations is also where there's like half the family's here, half isn't. So what they'll do a lot of times on that one is we will put that incoming family into our prepared quarantine housing and let the family that's already in housing stay in their housing unit. I don't think people realize just how many moving parts there are to that. You could go to Vector, the DFAC for delivering meals, the grounds guys for keeping the outside of the area cleaned up, mowed because there's nobody there in those houses doing it. The custodial that go in each time and clean after the reset we do on the prepared housing. Also the new housing. So if we got individuals, like I said before, that are coming in, they're new to the island and they're going to go in and quarantine in their house. So that's all got to be set up as well, working with the sponsors to make sure they're doing their part, feeding them the information and the materials they need.
What's up, Kwaj gang? I'm the AFN guy, here to rap and rhyme, and you wanna know why? All the BQ fellas have some rules they should follow, so let's break it on down and review the list, yo. Sparking up a candle may set the mood, but it's on the list of no-nos. My dude, an open flame in a tiny space? Man, get out of my face. What's for breakfast, the meal I love most? And what's a good breakfast without some toast? You can't be crisping up your bread in your crib. Toaster ovens can't be hanging where you live. Hot plates, griddles, and frying pans. Are you trying to start a fire? That's not part of the plan. What you planning with the fryer and rotisserie ware? Come on, dog. Does this look like the fair? Worst case scenario, you start a fire. Can you imagine anything even more dire? All that needs to happen is one simple mistake. To cause an accident is not a risk we should take. coffee pots, crock pots, and pop-up toasters, pressure cookers, bread makers, all your loafers, microwaves and air ovens, contact grills. They can be in BQs, my dude, it's chill. Remember these rules, they may save your life, or just keep you from trouble that's out of sight.
Tuesday, the 29th of September, Kwaj soccer teams duked it out on the pitch for the 2020 Soccer Championship titles. First up is a match between first seed Spartans women and second seed Go Green Go. The Spartans got an early lead in the match, kicking in 2 quick goals, and while Go Green Go's defense gave it their all, the Spartans kept pressing. A third goal squeaks in and is quickly followed by an impressive fourth shot. A fifth Spartans goal enters the net. But the Greens keep charging into the half. Early in the second half, the Spartans punched in yet another goal, putting it up 6-0. The Greens shoot for their first goal of the game, but are denied by this impressive save. The Spartans throw their 7th goal on the board, and the score is now 7-0. It's not looking good for Go Green Go, but they do not quit. They kick up their defense and make plays down the field as best they can. Finally, a break in the clouds. Success. Here's another shot. Denied. It's 7-1 Spartans, and the Greens' luck is turning. They get another shot on goal, putting the score to 2-7. But while they played fiercely, Green has no chance to catch the high schoolers. Good game. Up next is the men's championship game. First seed Baco versus second seed Spartans men.
Let's go, boys! Come on, get pumped up! Let's go!
And get pumped up they do. Here's some early pressure from the Baco strikers. And some impressive Spartan defense. Despite the pressure both teams exert early in the game, the first half winds up scoreless. First point goes to the Spartans with this impressive throw-in. But Baco has plenty of bite. Here they go, trying to tie it up 1-1. Goal. But the Spartans will not have it. No, sir. They quickly answer with another press and take advantage of some grade A Baco miscommunication. The score is now 2-1 Spartans, and the fans are getting restless. As the minutes tick by, the score remains 2-1 Spartans. Lots of pressure on the Baco defense as the Spartans press downfield. But the defense holds. Speaking of defense, check out this save by Baco veteran Stan Jaswinski. Boom. Let's see that again. But the Spartans keep up the intensity, and eventually they are going to get through. There it is. On their third goal, the Spartans go absolutely bananas. The high schoolers try to put a fourth shot into the net. But Baco's goalie fights valiantly, staving off yet another attack. With a blow of the whistle, that's it for Baco. The Spartans have taken down the men 3-1 in the 2020 championship.
Which one are we looking at? Where are we looking? Look at Mr. McCollum.
Man a Day is a day to celebrate the rich Marshallese culture, customs, and practices passed down through hundreds of generations. It is a day filled with dancing, handicrafts, food, and of course, coconut opening. Various wooden stakes are planted deep in the ground, and hundreds of coconuts are gathered, soon to be opened for all to enjoy. These stakes are not the only way to open up a coconut, but it is definitely one of the most efficient. Coconuts are opened by driving or stabbing the outer husks through the wooden stake, opening it more by turning the fruit, peeling as much as possible with the hands, then repeating the process. Stab, turn, peel. Stab, turn, peel. This seems simple, but it takes practice. The treats inside depend on the age of the coconut. There are 3 kinds. Ni is the name of the coconuts that are still attached to the tree. Ni has little meat, but it's full of water. It is the hardest to open, as the husk is tight, but it's worth the effort if you're craving the fruit's vitamin-enriched juice. Waini refers to coconuts that have recently fallen to the ground or are about to fall to the ground. The interior is a balance of both water and coconut meat. These are the coconuts that most people are familiar with. Coconuts that have fallen off the tree and have aged longer are called yu. These are the easiest to open as the husk has become soft. There is no juice inside yu, but it contains the most amount of meat. Whichever type you choose, a delicious snack is awaiting inside. Coconuts aren't the only part of the palm tree the Marshallese use. Palm branches are woven together to create baskets, plates, carriers, and other handicrafts. Pamela Sakayo explains how these environmentally friendly containers are made.
So this is Ellen, and what Ellen is doing right now is she is making the basket called Yip Wan. Yip Wan is used for cleaning, picking up leaves and putting it in the basket. And right now she's braiding it, putting it through like a mat. And she's gonna do that all around until she comes to a point where she ties it like this and puts in the ends. This basket in the Marshall Islands is called Yip Wan. The Yip Wan is used to pick up trash. It's used to put anything you want to put inside of it. This is the panin nur. The panin nur is used for food. Also, the Marshallese use this to gather flowers, to gather little gravels to put around the house. This is the smaller basket where it's easy to handle, to go to the beach and pick up pieces of rock. They like to use the white clean rock to put around their house. This is what they use. This second basket right here is an enre. This enre is used for food only. It's like a miniature plate. You put your plate or your food inside. Nowadays they like to put the plate on the bottom or tin foil so it doesn't seep through. But back in the day they would use this. They cut some of the banana leaves and put it on there to keep it from seeping through. And this is what the Marshallese use as a plate. These can last for months. They turn brown, but they're still used until the end of their life, which is months. Probably not years, but months. It turns brown, it starts breaking, but they keep it for months and use it like their trash bag. The difference in color is this palm frond right here is the young palm frond, and this grows in the middle of the coconut tree in like a coconut shoot. They take it apart, and that's what the color is, lighter than this color. It's just a nice design. So I say we go and start using these instead of plastic bags. Okay, let's be environmentally. Let's start eating with this. Your next potluck, I want to see this.
In addition to the festivities at the Cultural Center, Kwajalein schools celebrated Marshallese culture with song and dance September 26 at the MP Room. Stick around for a performance from each group that came out to the stage to entertain the crowd.
go.